Hello, my darlings, and welcome. If you're feeling anxious or overwhelmed, you're not alone. Everyone feels anxious occasionally, and in the US, almost a third of all adults will experience an anxiety disorder at some point during their lives. I wanted to share some simple, magical, and mundane practices aimed at reducing anxiety. Let's do some magical crafting. One of the best magical plant allies for reducing anxiety is lavender. I'm adding some lavender flowers to my incense brazier to warm up and add fragrance to the room. As the flowers heat up and slowly burn, they release their sweet aroma. I've also picked some lavender flowers from my front yard, and I'm bundling them to dry into wands that can be burned. I've chosen some purple embroidery thread for tying them. Anxiety impacts millions of people, and it can be felt physically, emotionally, and mentally. It can have an impact on all aspects of life, from work performance to personal relationships to overall well-being. Magical and mundane methods are equally essential in managing anxiety. In the mundane realm, physical activity, including exercise or yoga, reduces stress hormones and promotes overall well-being. A balanced diet, adequate sleep, and proper hydration also plays a huge role in maintaining emotional stability. Techniques such as journaling, mindfulness, deep breathing exercises, and establishing daily routines create a solid foundation for managing anxiety on a practical level. For those of us who are drawn to spirituality, there are various magical and spiritual practices you can try that may help alleviate anxiety. Grounding rituals, for example, involve techniques that connect you to the present moment, helping to dispel anxious energy. Crystals like amethyst, known for its calming and protective energies, can be used during meditation to promote inner peace. Candle magic, particularly with white or blue candles, focusing on calming energy and releasing tension. Anti-anxiety rituals, spells, and protection charms can provide calm and comfort. Herbs such as lavender can be used in teas, baths, or sachets to soothe frayed nerves. Lavender is an aromatic, flowery herb known for its calming nature. Lavender is so well known for its ability to calm that it's been scientifically proven to reduce stress better than some medications. That power can be harnessed for use in your magic as well. Try placing dried lavender in sachets under pillows or around your home for peace and relaxation. Use lavender in spell work or spell jars aimed at reducing mental and emotional turmoil. Create an anointing oil infused with lavender to use in rituals or meditation for stress relief. I'll show you how to do that next. Or use lavender as incense to cleanse spaces of negative energy and promote serenity, as I've done on the brazier here, or with a smoke cleansing wand like the one I'm making now. With the flowers all bundled into a wand, I'll clip one end with a binder clip and hang the bundle in my kitchen to dry. In a few weeks, it'll be ready to use. One of the ways I like to use lavender to reduce my anxiety is to spray olive oil that has been infused with lavender on my hands right before I host each one of my live streams. I get extremely nervous before I start each live stream, and the scent of lavender and the ritual of applying the oil calms me down and gets me ready to push the start streaming button. and connect with all of you in this amazing magical crafting community. Of course, once I start making art or crafting and chatting with everyone during the stream, my spirits are lifted and my fear starts to subside. The lavender hand oil is the little ritual that I need to calm me down and lift my spirits to get me started. You can purchase pre-made lavender oil or make it yourself. It is extremely easy to make if you have dried lavender flowers and olive oil. Simply place all the dried flowers in a jar and cover them with oil. Just make sure that you use dried flowers and not freshly picked ones. Fresh flowers contain too much moisture and will mold in the oil. Of course, it does take some patience to wait 3 or 4 weeks for the oil to infuse and to strain out all of the herbs. I always suggest you pour all of the herbs through a strainer and then go do something else and let it sit for an hour or so. When you come back, the oil will be ready to decant. If you don't have the time or the interest in crafting your own, I'll put a link to some wonderful lavender oil below. I also wanted to mention adding amethyst crystals to your anti-anxiety arsenal. Amethyst is known for its ability to calm the mind and help dispel negative thoughts. The stone promotes emotional stability and relaxation during stressful times, encouraging clear thinking, which can help manage anxious feelings. You can simply hold or place amethyst nearby during meditation to encourage relaxation. Keep a crystal in your pocket or wear it as a piece of jewelry for ongoing calming energy. Or place a piece of amethyst under your pillow to improve sleep quality and reduce anxiety-driven insomnia. You may want to consider creating a spell where amethyst is charged under moonlight and used in an anti-anxiety ritual with a calming incantation, affirmation, or mantra. Of course, I always love to add sigil magic to my magical workings, so let's make a magical sigil together. In this case, my intention sentence is, I am unaffected by anxiety and stress. Now that my intention is distilled into a simple statement or phrase, I create a magic symbol or sigil to represent it. To do this, I remove all vowels from the intention statement, leaving only consonants. Consonants are the manifesting sounds. If a consonant is repeated, I use it only one time. I'm left with MNF, CTD, BYX, SR. I use these letter shapes to create my sigil. I start with the C and the D, which creates a circle with a line down the middle. Then I use the X in the center of the circle. Then I add in the N and add an additional line to create the M. I'm placing the S at the bottom inside the circle. And I'm also adding the shapes from the B, which creates almost an 8 or a sideways infinity symbol. I add the T at the top, and then I added the Y upside down. And finally, I'm using the lines from the letter F on both sides to make it look symmetrical. After that, I just add some dots and arrowheads to add some interest and energy to the final sigil. And here is the final sigil. This sigil is meant to be shared. Feel free to use it in your magical workings to combat anxiety and stress.